Hello friends, it's Jim O'Rear. Welcome back to my kitchen where I am cooking again for people like me, people who can't cook. And today we are having a perfect mixture of sweet and salty. It's Beef Banh Mi, and it is something that just gets better with every bite you take. So take a look at the ingredients. For this recipe you will need 3/4 cup jasmine rice, 1 yellow onion, 1 Persian cucumber, 1 carrot, 1 ounce of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of sriracha, 8 ounces of ground beef, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 0.85 ounces of white wine vinegar, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cooking oil, 2 1/4 teaspoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of butter, some sea salt, and some black pepper. Now we use fresh garlic to cook with because fresh garlic has a much stronger and better taste than the prepackaged garlic that you get in a can or a jar or something like that. And it also has a little heat to it. The fresh garlic has a little spice, and we like spicy. So to use this, you're just going to peel off the skin like this, and there could be a fancier way to do this. I just use my fingernails. But you want to peel off the skin until you get to that nice white shiny center. And when you get there, it looks really pretty, just like this right here. And then your piece of garlic is ready to use in whatever manner you want to use it in. For this recipe, we are going to chop it into just fine little pieces. And I don't use a food processor or anything like that. I just use a knife and I cut it into thin little shards. And then I take those thin little shards and I cut them into even thinner little shards until I get the fine small size pieces that I want. This recipe is going to use finely chopped onions, and to do that I don't do anything fancy with a food processor or anything. I just cut some thin slices off the onion, just like this, and then I just cut those thin slices into tiny pieces. And it doesn't have to be exact, just as long as it is fine little squares or little pieces, just like that right there, and you are ready to go. Next, you will take your Persian cucumber, and it looks like a pickle. You're going to cut the ends off of it, just like this, and then you want to just slice it right down the middle, lengthwise, and then take both of those halves and just cut slices off so that you get a lot of little half moon shape pieces of cucumber, just like this. You're going to do that whole cucumber that way, and we are going to pickle it up and get it nice and yummy. So once you've got that cucumber all cut up into half moons, you want to put it in a bowl, and then you are going to pour your vinegar over that. That's white wine vinegar. Just let it soak. Also, you are going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. Just kind of sprinkle that around on there. And also a little bit of salt, just like that. And then just stir it up and put that aside and let it pickle for a while. Now, while that is preparing, you're going to take your carrot, wash it, trim it, and take the skin off. And then you're going to take a grater. You just use a cheese grater, and run that carrot across the grater just like this until you get a whole lot of little small shards. You're going to do the entire carrot that way until you have a bowl full of carrot shards. Next, you will take a pot of water. That's 1 1/4 cups of water, and you're going to add your rice to it as well as a little sea salt, and you're going to bring that water to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, just like that, you want to cover it up, turn the heat down to low, and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes until it absorbs all the water. Now while that is cooking, we are going to prepare our little sauce. You're going to put your mayonnaise in a bowl and your sriracha, and usually 2 little things like you would get at a restaurant is plenty to put in there. Add some pepper, also a little salt, and then you're going to take just a pinch of that garlic that you cut up earlier and just kind of drop that down in there, and just stir that mixture around. Get it all nice and mixed up until you get a nice smooth consistency. And then we're going to put that aside for later. Next, take a pan, put some oil in it, heat it up over medium-high heat. Let that oil sizzle. And then you're going to take your onions that you chopped up and put that in there. And this is only about half of the onion. Don't use the full onion. Half is usually plenty. Go ahead, put that in there. You're going to cook this onion for about 4 to 5 minutes, just until it starts to get brown and soft. Then you are ready to add your ground beef, just like that. You will take the rest of that garlic, put that in there as well. And then you're going to take 2 teaspoons of sugar, put that on top of the meat. And then you're just going to chop up that meat and get it into little pieces. Just get it all mixed up really well with the onions and garlic and sugar until it gets a nice brown. It's going to take about 5 minutes is all. And it's going to look like this. Once you do that, you're going to take your soy sauce and just a couple packets of soy sauce that you would get from a restaurant is usually plenty. Drop that in there just like that. You'll season it up just a little bit more with some sea salt and also a little pepper. And then once you get that in there, you are just going to turn the heat off and just stir it all up. Get a nice mixture of it going. And then your rice should be done. So take the rice, and you see all the water is gone now. Use a fork, just kind of fluff it up. Get it all fluffed up there. And then once you have it fluffed up, you want to take 1 tablespoon of butter, put that in there, and then mix it all around and just get a nice buttery fluffy rice mixture. Now you are ready to start making your plates. So you want to take the rice, divide it up on the plates, take the meat and divide it up as well. Then you're going to take some of that fresh carrot. You're going to put that on one side of the rice, just like that. Then you're going to take those pickled cucumbers, divide those up on the other side of the rice, just like this. It's looking pretty. And then, once you get that divided up, you're going to take that sriracha mayo mixture that you made and just drizzle that on top of the meat. And just kind of get it nice and drizzly covered, so that you have what looks like this at the end. A nice, spicy, sweet, salty, hearty meal, full of flavor with that vinegar and onion and garlic and fresh carrots. It is super, super good, so chow down on that. And that is Beef Banh Mi. It's super simple to fix, super yummy, perfect mixture of sweet, spicy, salty. It's really, really good. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, click that like button to let YouTube know you liked the video. And while you're at it, also click on the subscribe button and click the little bell, and you'll be reminded when I upload new videos, which is about every 3 days or so, 3-4 days. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you next time.